You think that going after a theocracy like this made up of religious lunatics who you cut off the head and 100 more sprout out is the same. It just makes you look stupid.
It's not the same.
Stop. And Jesse, get your hand
down. It's down. It's more challenging.
Fully down, mouth down,
too. You are crazy.
I'm not.
This is like the State of the Union. They are crazy.
No one who's watching this, by the way, thinks I'm the crazy one. The timeline?
Are you sure about that?
Probably not. I get it. Just tweet at me. I see you. I hear you. Okay, so the timeline is completely incoherent here. We started at just a couple days, and we got to 4 to 5 weeks. This morning, Pete Hegseth says, as long as we need to succeed, and it could be up to 8 weeks. We are burning through $1 billion a day. We are spending, what is it?
Now you care?
Listen, just hear.
This lady is a complete moron. Here is Jessica Tarlov trying to make Trump's timeline on the war in Iran sound chaotic. Yes, first we did say a couple of weeks, but so what? Why act so shocked that officials are now saying the operation could last a little longer if necessary? I mean, that's how military operations work. We have to eliminate the threat, and it doesn't matter how long it takes as long as we get the job done. At this point, no ifs, ands, or buts. What would these Democrats have us do? Abandon the mission? And the nerve of this dimwit talking about $1 billion a day. Since when have these liberals ever cared about money? They sure didn't care when Nick Shirley uncovered their massive $1 billion fraud.
Nick Shirley's reporting there's no way that this kid walking around uncovered $100 million worth of fraud on his own. There have been tons of people working behind the scenes quietly, including independent local journalists that have been exposing this.
Tensions flaring on Capitol Hill today as the House Oversight Committee held its first hearing into the Minnesota fraud scandal.
Thanks for demonstrating my opening statement.
Mr. Chairman, order, decorum. She's off the rails.
Reclaiming my time. I'm not off the rails, please.
You are totally off the rails.
Nancy, enough with your tropes.
Several committee Democrats appearing eager to talk about anything but the fraud.
What percent of sexual assaults in the United States are committed by white men?
I have legislation that will take Trump's name off that building.
Raise your hand if you oppose the pardon of George Santos.
I stand with the Somali and the immigrant community.
Yeah, where was the outrage at giving our hard-earned tax dollars to the Somalians in Minnesota, but spending it on taking out the #1 terrorist-sponsored country in the world is a problem? What a joke. I swear, their TDS is so overpowering that they can't even admit that Trump is doing a good job in Iran. I mean, the man wiped out their leader on day 1, Jessica.
About money?
It's so predictable.
Is that still more or less in the Somalians?
Listen, we'll get to that conversation. We're using $4 million missiles to take out $20,000 drones. That is a problem. They talked about that in the briefing yesterday, and Jennifer Griffin also talked about it.
But that's what countries are doing. That's why drones are the future.
I understand they're the future, but
it's not just our issue. That's everybody's issue.
But it is our issue today. When you say that this is something that we can go in and we can be surgical and then we can get out, that's why everyone was actually okay in a bipartisan fashion with past things that President Trump has done, because they were actually surgical and short, like Operation Midnight Hammer.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I just you don't have a problem with the results. You have always a problem about the process. That's all you have, because the results speak for themselves.
No, they don't. You also
cut the head off. We left the body. That's like Venezuela.
I just said you left 100 new bodies in place.
And they pop up and they blow up. They better have health and dental, because no one's taking that job.
Pete Hegseth, going back to the press just wants to hurt President Trump when they're talking about dead service members. Look back at the coverage after Biden's disastrous evacuation of Afghanistan and the coverage of those dead service members. And I know that Pete was talking about that, and it is an important component because there will be boots on the ground and there will be more casualties. And all of these lives do matter.
Are you predicting boots on the ground?
Well, they're saying it's certainly an option. Jim Comer was on TV today saying it's likely.
You don't know if that's true or not.
Exactly right. It's speculation at this point. Trump did not confirm that he was going to put boots on the ground, Jessica. It kills me the amount of fear-mongering that comes from these lefties. policies. And let's be clear about something. We were in negotiations with these evil people, and President Trump felt that if we didn't attack first, they were going to attack us. Exactly right. What would these Dems have us do? Ask for permission while these evil SOBs killed our soldiers? No, heck no. Trump made the right call.
We were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. And we have great negotiators, great people, people that do this very successfully and have done it all their lives very successful. And based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. And I didn't want that to happen. So if anything, I might have forced Israel's hand. So I think I was right about that. We attacked first. And if we didn't, it could have been, look, we're really decimating them. They're being decimated. And if we didn't, and by the way, we have massive amounts of ammunition.
Well done, Mr. President. Let me say this loud and clear, because somebody has to say it. When I hear Jessica Tarlov and some of these Democrats talk about this situation, I have to ask myself, are we being serious right now? Because all of a sudden, everyone wants to question the mission, question the timeline, and question the cause. But where was all this concern when billions of dollars were flowing overseas under previous administrations? Like Ukraine? Where was the outrage when policies were putting money back into the hands of Iran's regime? None of them seemed nearly as worried then. Now, suddenly, when Donald Trump steps in and says, no, we're not going to sit back while threats grow in the region, everybody wants to act like this is reckless. No, it's not. What this is called is leadership. Let's be very clear. Iran has spent years building networks, funding militias, and pushing instability across the Middle East. That didn't happen overnight, and pretending that ignoring the problem would somehow make it disappear is not a strategy. That's wishful thinking. And here's the part that really gets me. These lefty dimwits keep focusing on the process, how long it might take, how much it might cost, and what the headlines might look like tomorrow. But the objective of a military operation isn't to make commentators comfortable. The objective is to neutralize threats and protect American interests. These people, TDS, is so out of this world, because no matter what the man does, some folks are determined to oppose it, even when the goal is confronting a regime that has challenged the United States and its allies for decades. Bottom line, strength deters aggression. Weakness invites it. And right now, the message is being sent that the United States isn't backing down anymore. Period. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.